Ah, I remember you.
Oh, thank you.
I pray we have not caught you at an inopportune moment. We wanted to offer our thanks for your kind words in the forum.
I mean, he was just teaching all my chat members, but I guess we can interrupt.
Well, I could hardly let that Inquisition go unchallenged.
Yeah, right? They're looking to tar and feather us.
I believe that curiosity should be nurtured, not stifled. Thankfully, a majority of my colleagues agreed. A slender majority, aye, but a majority nonetheless.
Had the vote not gone our way, we would be having a very different conversation.
Yeah, pretty much.
Though I'd like to think you would have not given up on our cause. I'm told you paid a visit to the Annex afterwards.
Rufino, welcome in! Congratulations on your first year of Final Fantasy, thank you. Yeah, it's wild, I've been doing this for a year. I still feel so new, even though I've lost my Sprout. I'm in Endwalker. It's been a full year of me playing. I still feel like I'm a newbie.
Yes, that's right. I was hoping to speak with the grandchildren of my dearly departed friends Galuf and Louisoix in a less dour setting. But it seems I just missed you.
He has a grandfatherly face. I like him. Which means he's probably going to end up being evil.
How much you've grown. If only your grandsires could have seen the way you presented yourselves to the forum. Why, it fair brought a tear to my own eye. You must have the patience of a saint, putting up with this lot and their antics. Never mind Matoya's prize student.
Damn, roasting them. Hell yeah.
Luckily, I know a thing or two about managing unruly younglings. If you ever need advice, don't hesitate.
Please help me. They keep bullying me.
If I may, there is a rather more pressing matter we wish to discuss. What can you tell us of this duty that the forum must fulfill?
Nothing, I'm afraid. Like all humble servants of the forum, I am sworn to secrecy.
Let's just go to the Aetherical Sea already. Come on, it's easy to get there, right, chat? Blink twice and the scions are too much. I can only blink so fast.
Or rather, I couldn't tell you if I tried.
Yep. When he first grabbed their mouth.
Is of the gravest importance. Furthermore, if the particular
I'm pretty sure there's a spell on them that makes them they can't talk about it.
Incite widespread panic.
Because when one of the forums started talking about it, he like grabbed his either mouth or his throat. I can't remember which one.
As such, those entrusted with this duty have been bound by an enchantment, which prevents us from speaking of such matters without the express permission of the forum.
How is that even possible?
It's been some time since I last gave a lecture.
Yo.
Please, take a seat.
Look at his rings. Hell yeah. Your first Final Fantasy was 10 as well? Are we like kindred spirits? Yo. Okay. I'm already into it.
We shall begin by reviewing the fundamentals of etherology. The ether, which imbues us with life, can be categorized into three forms. Two are of the incorporeal sort, the soul, and the memory. Can anyone tell me the third?
Don't look at me. I wasn't ready for a quiz. Magic.
Not entirely inaccurate, but nor is it the answer I was looking for. That would be corporeal ether.
I'm gonna give you a wedgie, old man. Your first Final Fantasy was 8. I loved it. I actually never played 8 before. There's a lot of Final Fantasies I haven't played. So I'm thinking what I'm probably gonna do, I'm gonna play through Endwalker, and the Final Fantasy Crisis Core coming out as well. I'm gonna play through that. And chat was giving me a good suggestion of going back to the beginning and playing through the Final Fantasies in order. Like starting with 1, going to 2, and so on. As like a sometimes food. Still play a lot of Final Fantasy 14, but sometimes have a different RPG game.
This is the form with which the layman is most familiar. Consumed by even the simplest of daily activities, and replenished by the food and drink that sustain us, this form of ether is in constant flux. In contrast, the ether that comprises the soul is rarely subject to dramatic change. The same can be said for memory, as the two are intrinsically linked.
This is both cool and lazy. I love it.
Picture the soul as paper, and memories as words written upon it.
Welcome to... Nope. Welcome to the something. I can... Hey, bro. I can't read your handwriting.
Now, what would happen if that paper was doused with ink? The same type of ether as comprises the memories.
There's no way that's studium. What? Where's the S? How is this an S? Excuse me? What? Redacted.
It would blot out everything that was written.
Precisely. We would be unable to recall the memories, and any activities that depend upon them would be hindered as well. In fact, this exact phenomenon was observed on a vast scale not so long ago. And what might that have been?
Stop asking me questions, please. I'm not ready.
The seventh umbral calamity. The people of Eorzea vividly recall Bahamut breaking free of the Lesser Moon and raining hellfire down upon the realm.
But they don't remember the Warriors of
No one
Light.
could seem to remember the events that followed immediately afterwards.
Indeed. To this day, we have yet to determine whether it was an unintended consequence or a deliberate act. The enchantment which binds me and the rest of the Forum is based on a similar principle. And yes, it is a contravention of the Sharlayan prohibition against the practice of memory manipulation.
Oh, so it's fine if the Forum does it.
Only
Gotcha.
when a new member is inducted and told of our great duty are they subjected to the process. A necessary evil. You have my word that it would never be used to manipulate the populace.
Bet.
I should hope not. But can this enchantment be dispelled and your memories restored?
If 9/10 of our members give their approval, then the process may be reversed. Then, and only then, would we be able to speak freely to others of our sacred duty. Barring that, we must wait until we return to the ethereal sea.
Oh, give us a little hint.
For there we will be purified, the blots upon our souls washed clean. And our memories drift apart and dissolve, rather defeating the purpose, I suppose. But there are those memories that are indelibly etched upon our souls, some believe.
What happens after that?
We are reduced to pure ether, coalesce with that of others, and create souls anew.
The live stream.
Alternative schools of thought assert souls remain whole and return to the corporeal world.
Hey, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
Both
interrupt you.
theories have their proponents. Personally, I consider each equally probable.
Pay attention to the class is big important. What I learned in boating school is...
Well, I think that's enough education for today, now that I've given you some food for thought. Or rather, an entire banquet.
I like him. He's a great character. I was half convinced he was going to dump that ink on someone.
I would remind you that although I'm unable to assist you with certain matters, the resources at my disposal may still be of use to you.
Yo, I just realized that my little casting focus here has a face on it. That's horrifying. I'm just sitting on this chair and this little face is like, ee. It reminds me of, oh, I can't remember what it's called. Like the egg from Berserk.
I'll arrange for you all to be given the run of Phenomenon.
Phenomena.
Of course, as associate to our alumni and the students of Baldessian, this privilege is extended to you as well, my friend. Oh, and I suggest you speak with Ki Aliapo. She's well known among the artisans of Sharlayan, and her network of contacts may prove useful in your search for knowledge. I wish you all the best in your pursuits, wheresoever they may take you.
Okay, that's an ominous laugh, bro. I was with you until the end where you're like, like, what is that? Admistress. Oh, hey! My apologies for calling you away from Sharlayan at such short notice. On the contrary, we are honored and grateful, and pleasantly surprised to be joined by such esteemed company. It was only right that our discussion be conducted in person. We are locked in a war of attrition. Our forces struggle to contain the threat posted by the towers. It's only a matter of time before we are overwhelmed. Victory will only be claimed through decisive action, and we have taken the initiative to set the wheels in motion. It's reassuring to learn that all are in accord. Why don't you ask us what your plan entails? It hinges entirely on the warding scales and our ability to utilize their potential to the fullest. During our time in Sharlayan, the allied nations have been engaged on separate fronts, with no end in sight. To matters worse, a surge in abductions of the kobolds, Sahagin and Ixal and Inata have given rise to an increasing number of primals as well. But your triumph in Razad Han has given us cause to hope once more. The time has come to free ourselves of this menace. And it is you, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, who has shown us the way. While the bulk of our forces will continue to hold the Telephoroi at bay, we'll dispatch our finest to strike the enemy's heart, Garlemald. These brave few will be the Isilbert contingent. To think such progress has been made in such a short span. Do not ask why we set aside the decades of conflict and conquest. We simply chose to forgive and forget. I only ask that in choosing to remember we do not forsake our compassion and morality, for without that there can be no reconciliation, only death without end. Aye, and on that we can all agree. Our second objective is the colossal tower that Thancred and Orianjay observed in the capital. Though its purpose remains unclear, there's reason to believe the smaller spires are merely a precursor to what's yet to come. Till the Tower of Zot was toppled, we failed to make any headway, though the same could be said of the Telephoroi. They're certainly in no rush to press further into our lands. I wager the Spire's primary purpose is to divide and keep us occupied while they work towards our annihilation. This would appear to be substantiated by Yshtola's analysis of the Tower's influence on etherical currents. Based on her observations inside the Tower of Zot, the Spires siphon aether from the land, consuming it to maintain their form. However, they draw forth far more than is required for the task alone. The excess of aether remains unaccounted for, but we can be sure it is not being harnessed for our benefit. It wouldn't surprise me in the least if it was being redirected to the larger spire in the capital. There's a logic in that, regardless, once we have uncovered the truth. We'll bring their schemes to crashing down, along with their infernal towers. That's all well and good. What would you have us do? I assume it's more than hanging around, than handing over the scales and being on our way. We want you and your scales to join the Isilbert contingent. Consider it an official request from both the Grand Company of Eorzea and the Eastern Alliance. Do you accept? I mean, yeah. Perhaps you should be the one to answer that. I mean, I don't know about any of these. For the people of Garlemald. Couldn't have put it better myself. Ishtola, Thancred, and Urianji have already pledged their support. We are on our way to meet the rest of the contingent. They were positive you would come with the same decision as they had. Luckily for all involved, the prediction was correct. Once you have delivered the warding scales to Alamico, the contingent will embark on the journey to Isilburg. Raubon and Lord Eric are overseeing the operations. Eric! So I suggest you make yourself known upon arrival. Pack warm clothing, furs and the like. Without it, the cold will do you in before the Telephorai so much as draw steel. As for us, we'll keep the enemy busy while you're gone. They're not the only ones to create a diversion. Now go, safe in the knowledge that Eorzea will be just as you left it, or better upon your return. Hey, that's a for once in a while thing. Pretty sure we've solved every problem in Eorzea so far ourselves. Let's fucking go! Ah, the Wanderer's returned. Oh, I didn't remember Raubon's voice. It was a deep southern with a little bit of rasp. Ah, the Wanderer's returned. You've been busy bringing down a tower and producing the keys to destroy the rest of them. You should be proud. Those warden scales of yours are what's made this whole venture possible. Will you and Lord Amic be leading the contingent? Regrettably, no. Our role is to organize the various delegations into a cohesive unit. Once we have set you all off, it's back to our respective posts. I just want my cute elf boyfriend to hang around. Is that so hard? You get someone better? How dare you, Balor? How dare you besmirch my boyfriend thus? We don't neglect our duties for too long, lest our defensive efforts fall into disarray. Just between us, there's a fair amount of opposition to the formation of the Isilburg contingent. The very suggestion that we send out some of our finest troops behind enemy lines to render aid to the Guardians has made me rather unpopular in certain quarters. Can't please them all. Sadly not, though I do my part. Truth be told, I'd much rather be at your side, charging into the fray. Alas, I have battles of my own to fight, where words may serve me better than any blade. I hate to say it, but Lord Ermic's suggestions mirror my own. Struggles. For the time being, the best we can offer you is peace of mind from knowing Eorzea is in safe hands. Raubon, for some reason, that sentence tripped me up like 3 times. As you fight the good fight in Isilburg, I and the other commanders will do what we can to convince the naysayers that our cause is just. Thank you, both of you. We meet again. Is it Fordola? Oh. The Black Wolf! Yes! Welcome back! How's your daughter doing? Oh. Yay! At least you love your husbandifully. I absorb mine. Hey, I have 3 boyfriends in this game. One is my dead ghost boyfriend, one is Graha, and one is Eremic. Oh, what was his voice? Much as it could. Oh no, his voice is very similar to what I give Estinian. Much as it occurred since we parted ways with Wellet. From what I gather, the protective talismans you obtained led to the formation of this expeditionary force. My contribution on this occasion is but a minor one, that being the information I have shared with Maxima. For the sake of the people of Garlemald, may the fates be on your side. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Let me play with God. How? Okay, you bring Ermic, Raubon, and Gaius in a single cutscene, and you're like, nah, actually, none of your favorite characters are going to hang out with you. Sorry. So you're not coming with us. Strange. I'd have thought you have a stake in this. I do. The Telephorai I laid waste to my homeland and enslaved my people. But though every mote of my being cries for vengeance, I cannot be the one to deliver it. My presence alone would have placed the entire mission in jeopardy. I stand accused of murdering Emperor Varus and plunging Garlemald into chaos. Were I to travel to the Isilburg contingent, it would give my countrymen ample cause to question your motives. Conversely, those who believe me innocent may instead celebrate the return of former Legatius and attempt to raise me to a position of leadership, further destabilizing the region and complicating the contingent's mission. Mean. I just want to be with Gaius. They're teasing us. They are. Is 2 off There's too much awesomeness in one place, the game would break if they all hang out for too long. True, Shin, true. Whether I am branded a villain or hailed a hero, I only hinder your efforts. I understand. World is in your hands. And because I did the weapon quests. I will defend it to my dying breath. All the sacrifices my sons and daughters made, I can do no less. I and the government of Worlet intend to offer refuge to those fleeing Garlemald. Should the time come, we'll be ready. In light of Gaius' rather unique circumstances, I instead wish to assume the role of your guide. I need a reset. I love this expansion. It's making me do so many voices at once that I'm getting tongue-tied. I'm bouncing from a deep southern to more of a raspy voice to a high English accent. Like I'm just bouncing all over the spectrum. Though I may have defected for political reasons, my love for Garlemald endures. I will stop at nothing to protect her and her people. Well said, but I ask your escort our friends inside. You might even bump into an old acquaintance or two, and if I don't see you again, you depart. May the Fury guide and protect you, all of you.
By the 12.
Oh. Please. I remember you. For some reason. Why do I remember you?
Glad you could join us.
Wait.
I hope
is that the pirate guy?
But we went ahead and started without him.
Is that the pirate that got in a shooting fight with Merweb?
As you can imagine, our traveling companions were eager to become acquainted. 'Tis a rare thing indeed to see such a diverse and talented group of individuals assembled for a single purpose. We fight not only for the sake of Eorzea, but for the entire world.
Damn, he's showing
the
off.
people of Garlemald. Much rides on the efforts of the Ilsabard contingent.
Indeed, which is why I'm glad to find myself in the company of many trusted comrades, yourselves included.
It's been so long, girl.
Lucia.
I've come at the behest of Lord
Gorgeous.
Emmerich, who has honored me with the role of Ishgard's representative. And for the good of all nations, not least my former homeland, I am determined to see this mission through to its end. We have a hard road ahead of us, but walk it we shall, together.
We too welcome this opportunity to work together once more. I have faith that, if there is a way to resolve this conflict, we will find it.
Allow me to introduce you to the rest of our company.
Gonna miss a lot of bonus dialogue? Yeah, I know. I feel like a lot of this is characters from older optional content, unfortunately.
Everyone! If I may have your attention.
Hello. I know you. You're Kane Senna's brother? Oh, job quest? Oh, I do see the Black Mage, leader of the Black Mage job quest there. Pippin!
Might I ask you to speak first?
Pippin Paddleopsicopolis. Let's go.
If I must, I am Arun Senna, spokesman for the Gridanian delegation. Here on behalf of my esteemed sister, the Elder Seedseer, we shall provide support and protection to those in need during our time in Garlemald. To that end, I am joined by healers selected by the Conjurers Guild, with the Order of the Twin Adder's Finest serving as our escort.
Hell yeah.
Suppose I'd better say my piece.
Hi, Sickard.
Wait, I know you.
Hey, yeah, me too.
The name's Sickard, in case you've forgotten. Truth be told, I'd rather you had forgotten.
Fair. How's your leg doing? You did get shot in it by Merweb. Everything going okay over there? No limp? Same VA as Xenos. Ooh. If you love a white mage you acknowledge you personally, that's actually pretty cool.
Any road, the Admiral asked Captain Hillfear to send his best, and for whatever reason, he picked me. Of course, if I'd refused, I'd be the laughing stock of the bloody executioners, and my reputation's taken enough of a keyhauling as it is. But more importantly, like any pirate worth his salt, I know when you're staring down a storm, you gotta trust in the commander of your ship. So if the Admiral wants us to go to Garlemald, not for plunder and glory, but a promise of peace in our time, then that's what we'll do.
Yo! Here! You're cute.
Since we all know how much the Empire loves its steel, we thought we'd bring along a few smiths to make the most of it. Give them a pile of scrap and they'll cobble together anything you fancy.
So we're kind of like scavenging their ruins. Interesting.
Of course, just like the Gridanians, we got fighters of our own. We might have come with a more constructive purpose in mind, but we're more than capable of cracking skulls, believe you me.
Oh yeah.
Well, you're certainly raring to go. But then again, so are we. The most dependable warriors of Uldar and Alamigo have assembled at the Sultana and General Aldin's behest.
So I don't know who this is. Unless, wait, is that the brother who became an alchemist? Oh no, those are punching gloves. I'm assuming this is from the Pugilist questline then. We got Pippin, we got the Elder Black Mage. I'm assuming these are two of the Elder Black Mage's siblings. That's the monk? Okay.
If Garlemald has truly fallen, then the whole place is likely to be crawling with Telophroi. We'll need plenty of troops to clear and hold a path for others to follow. That's where we come in. Naturally, Marshal Tarapin and I will be leading from the front.
Dad, I love you.
It's been some time since I last saw you in your element on the battlefield.
I miss Lise.
From what I've heard, you've become pretty fearsome yourself. Master Latoya,
the Avatar of Destruction. The Avatar of the Burn Savage. Lise is a kindergarten. Oh my god, that was a great scene.
With comrades like these, I know we'll succeed, no matter what awaits us.
Freaking Urianger fanning himself over there with the cars. The ankle biter squad is amazing. I love this.
And then we might finally get a chance to enjoy a good long rest. But until then, let's give it our all.
As for Ishgard, we Temple Knights have come in force to uphold our nation's commitment to the peace and welfare of our allies. The bitter cold of Garlemald is a formidable enemy in of itself. Our experience fighting in ice and snow will prove invaluable in the days ahead. Accordingly, I have been designated commander of the Ilzabad contingent.
Oh,
I will do all in my power to provide you with the leadership and guidance you require.
Hell yeah, Lucia.
The four high houses, House Hylinart foremost among them, have arranged for a host of machinists to join us on our mission.
House Hylinart.
Their knowledge of Imperial Magitech is sure to be a great boon. They will address any
problems
of a technical nature together with the smiths of Limpsa Lomitsa.
I started Machinist and did about 3 levels, and then I switched over to Dancer because it was more fun.
There is another awaiting introduction.
You motherfucker! How you doing, Eveline?
Ah, yes. Emmanuelaine de Forton, at your service.
Oh, hey. One time for the one. Can I give him a punch? I mean, come on.
Though, lest there be any misunderstanding, I should stress that I've not become a fearsome warrior while you were away. Rather, far from it, actually. My brother, in his infinite wisdom, decided this would be an excellent chance to make something of myself. Oh, and fight for world peace and all that. But, should the opportunity arise for a spot of ballroom dancing, I will be your twinkle-toed gentleman of light.
I'm sorry. What? Yo, bro. You are literally surrounded by, like, the most powerful people in Eorzea, and, like, I'll be your twinkle-toed gentleman of light. Ooh. Holy shit. Oh. You reminds me of your middle school self? Same fat cat. Oh, God. Defaulted. Now he busts out the Manderville. Oh. Oh, Lord. This boy is not self-aware enough to be ashamed. Exactly. I dare say your fancy footwork may be all that stands between us and certain doom.
Huzzah! I cannot wait to regale Onohua with my tales of death.
Honora isn't coming? He needs to babysit you. If your family calls you old girl, I hate it. Yeah, I know he's a womanizer, you're a womanizer. Right? I get vets I do naughty things to Emmeline. Everyone in chat, stare. Stare at Bad Gamer. Horny posting on main.
I believe that concludes introductions for the Grand Company of Eorzea. Our allies from the Eastern Alliance were due to arrive some time ago, but it would appear they have been delayed.
If they don't give me some Yugiri, I will be so upset. Yugiri got so shafted.
Would that be the shinobi of Dome?
Actually, they've been tasked with relaying messages back and forth between the various Eastern nations.
We literally aren't even going to get to see her.
However, an equally capable company of warriors has been
Why do they hate her?
instead.
Why does the Final Fantasy staff hate her? I miss Yugiri. There's a reason she got shafted and it's extremely sad. Oh God, you know what? I don't want to know. I will, let's keep it at that, chat. I don't want to know. I don't need to be sad right now.
Out of my way, you preening fool!
Fordola! Oh wait, no, not Fordola. Yes! Sadu! My girl!
Forgive us for coming late. We are the delegates of the Eastern Alliance.
Yes! I'm assuming this is the Gunbreaker quest line guy, because I've not done Gunbreaker. What it do, Sadu?
Cyrena, and you've brought company.
Is this the first time her name has been voiced? I think I called her Serena. She's because she's a con, damn right.
As the steppe is sorely lacking in both. No towers befoul our lands, so we marched on those of Doma, only to find them beyond our reach.
Oh, he's Bosja. Hey, we're gonna do that at some point, chat. Hey, remember when I have 3 sub goals I just haven't done? Remember that?
But now our thirst for slaughter will be slaked. No quarter to the enemy!
Sadu Hatun, no. We go to make peace with the Iron Men, not war.
Warriors of the Steppe, we've heard many tales of your bravery. We welcome you as allies. And these other ones you have brought are...
members of the Dalmascan resistance group, Lente's Tears.
I'm Captain Bosch from Dalmasca.
And the Bosnian resistance. Between them, they have a wealth of experience in espionage, and are particularly adept at infiltrating Imperial facilities. Which is fortuitous, since Garlemald's domain is so vast that I could never hope to handle reconnaissance duties all by myself.
Dalmasca, Bosnia, Alamigo. All lands which have suffered the tyranny of the Empire.
Technically, Wurlit's not there. I mean, can we get... Sid literally built a mech. Can we get that? Like, I miss having a mech.
I would never presume to question your motives. Nevertheless, I must reiterate that our goal is to aid the victims of the Telophoroi. the common folk of Garlemald. And they are victims, make no mistake. Though I understand that many may struggle to see them as such.
You're more right than you know. For every one of us that answered the call, there were a dozen that refused. Not only in Alamigo, but everywhere we went. And who could blame them? The Empire's always been the enemy.
True.
But after seeing what we've seen, fighting and working against and with Garleans, there's no denying the simple truth. They're just people. No different from you or I. They've got their share of liars and murderers, but so do we. So do we all.
Damn, I miss Lise. I really miss Lise. Oh, I forgot I liked her so much. They did her so dirty.
Fordola, who once swore herself to Garlemald, has proven herself a trusted ally time and time again. Every Eorzean here knows Cid Garland, the Imperial defector who shared with us countless technological wonders. Gaius bloody Baelsar himself is working to help rebuild Wurlid, a nation he once conquered.
The dichotomy of man. LOL, Lise who? Lise's wife. 2 comments right next to each other. One more.
So you can believe me when I say that every fighter here understands and accepts that the Imperials are not monsters and are deserving of help. Or at least that they were able to put aside their feelings for the greater good. It won't be easy, but we're all determined to make this world a better place.
What lingering concerns I may have had were clearly unwarranted. I agree with everything you said wholeheartedly.
Maggie's in the background like, do I not get voiced? Fuck.
Then we are in accord. Now, let us review our strategy.
Those VR are gonna be cold? True.
To reach the Garlean capital in northern Ilsabard, we must cross the central mountain range. Fortunately, Garlond Ironworks can provide aerial transport, sparing us this most treacherous part of our journey.
It's my boy!
However, attempting to fly any closer to Garlemald would attract the attention of the Telophoroi. As they appear to have seized control of the majority of the Imperial military, we must assume that includes its fleet. In addition, Garlemald possesses devices that can interfere with airship navigational systems, further discouraging an airborne approach.
Given the circumstances, the closest we dare deploy our contingent is an area between the range and the capital, the Magna Glaciers. From there, we must travel the rest of the way on foot. We will also need to bring the airships with us to ensure we can withdraw with haste. Although much of the terrain will be blanketed in snow, we should be able to make use of local roads and shipping facilities. The vast ice field
forgot how pretty his eyes were.
unobstructed view of the surrounding area. On the other hand, it will also allow others to easily spot us. So it is imperative that we only make camp in positions where we can easily defend ourselves. And the airships, which must be kept safe at all costs.
We cannot account for every possibility, so we must be prepared to think on our feet. We will be tested. Sorely tested, I expect. But for our homes and for our people, and a people not our own but in need, we will succeed. Spare no effort in your preparations. Once we depart, there is no turning back.
Go! Let's fucking go, baby! Thanks for watching. We finally get to see the Grand Company of Eorzea in action. I am so ready to go to Garlemald. Finally. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe as it helps out more than you could know. And also join the Patreon down below. We have weekly community nights and shouts out at the end of the video. Speaking on, I'd like to thank John Best, Roborlai, Sven Folger, and Rosalia Streaming Network. And as always, have a lovely day.